It's the multifaceted FARO FAUCET, and when I drip, you sip. Welcome to my matrix. Today's drip is called For My Special Ones. Let's take a sip.
Yeah, listen.
So, yeah, this episode is dedicated to my special ones, the people who are living a different way, people who have taken a different route, people who find it difficult to do basic things like make friends, like go outside. There are plenty of us out here. We may be drowned out or like, how would you say, singled out, maybe ignored, disregarded because of what you see online. You see a whole lot of people going outside. You see a whole lot of people doing this and that and going here and there. And then there are homebodies. I would consider myself a homebody. And honestly, it's not by choice. This is something that is likely a survival instinct now that I think about it. Maybe you're a homebody. And maybe you haven't realized it yet, but maybe you're a homebody because you feel like you're safer inside. Why do you feel safer inside? Have you ever thought about that? Why do we feel safer inside? I'll tell you why. Because we think a lot and we think way too much. We're free thinkers. We think outside the box. We're not in that box anymore. We are out of that box. When you're out the box, you become dangerous. Dare I say? You become a threat to society. Charlie Kirk, he thought outside the box, didn't he? And it cost him his life. Let's consider the differences between those who think outside the box and those who are stuck within it. Those who are stuck within the box are not alone. There are plenty like them that are in the box. They all share that thing, the safety within the box. No one wants to think differently when they're in the box. They all like to think the same way. Why? Because they find comfort in that box. Kind of like how we find it comforting in our home. Maybe that's our box. So, yeah, thinking within the box is comforting for those that think within the box. And the benefit of thinking inside the box is that you have others that think inside that same box. And so you're not a threat because there's so many like you that think inside the box. But people who think outside the box, those are the threats. Those are the people that typically break the cycle, that cause the and the oohs. Those people. Every time those people speak, they are risking their lives because they are exposed. They are like naked amongst those who see them naked. They can't relate. They're like, whoa, you think outside the box? What the? That's crazy. That's usually the reaction to those who think inside the box. You're crazy. That's the first thing that will come out their mouth. So, for those of you, the chosen, the special, the handpicked, the ones that think outside the box, when someone calls you crazy, remove yourself immediately. There's no time to waste. Trust me, I've tried. I've tried so many times to get someone that thinks inside the box to think outside the box. And let me tell you, nothing you say or do is gonna get them out of that box. I promise you. The ignorant are meant to be ignorant. The dumb will continue to be dumb until they have their moment when they think outside the box. Is it guaranteed? Honestly, no, it's not. Not everyone is going to think outside the box. And so I'm telling you, chosen one, don't waste your time. This is how you present yourself. If you think outside the box, you're not going to get anywhere by literally talking to someone that's in the box one-on-one. Because they're in the box, they're not going to see outside of it. So no matter what you say, their perspective is solid. It's unchanging. Nothing you do or say is going to get them outside that box. And no matter how much you try to get them to see and feel or think the way you process things, it's just not going to happen. And so you're wasting your time. The best way to get people outside of the box is with actions. You have to place yourself in a position of power, advancement, or advantage. You have to show them this is why I think outside the box. This is why I can think outside the box. Is because I am different. You have to show them that you're different. And it's easier said than done. Because people have their perceptions of you off rip. I can't tell you how many times I've been confused for a dumbass bitch. I can't. I lost count. All people see is some sexy Puerto Rican bitch. She's dumb. And I have to fight with this perception every day of my life. Every day of my life. Especially when it comes to dudes, because there aren't that many men left. There's a whole lot of boys pretending to be men. That's a whole different episode. But yes, it's very sad that I'm unable to teach men, boys. I'm unable to direct males because of perceptions that are within the box. You look a certain way, you do a certain thing, you're a certain type, and so you're in this box. There's a thing called an anomaly. There are anomalies amongst us. There are statistics, and then there are the specials, the extraordinary, the extraordinary, the X-Men, if you will, the special class. Yes, we're out here. We exist. We do. But I want you to understand that if you're anything like me, if you're different, your life is not gonna be easy. Not unless you have a team of people behind you, cradling you, writing scripts for you, um, finding you work, finding you enjoyment, doing all the things that normal people do, but like with a helping hand, like a superstar that has handlers. Why do you think they have handlers? They're special. They can't just walk around and be themselves because it's a threat. It's not safe. It's not safe for anyone to be different. It's just not. You are a threat to the cycle. Understand, if you are like me and you think differently, the adversary, negative energy will follow you. Now, don't get me wrong, there are times where you bring that upon yourself because you're learning. There may be something that you need to learn before you can move on to the next level. And you might be going around in circles, but that's okay because you're still going. So keep going. Don't get caught up in the negative. Because the truth is, when you react constantly, you're not living. And that is the plot of the enemy. The enemy wants you to react to every negative interaction. That is the plan. If you are unique and you are special, repeat, your path will not be easy. The devil blesses his favorites. There are many people who think that wealth is divine. It's quite the opposite. I'm not saying that good people should be poor. But what I'm saying is, worship money and you will let evil in. Many people get it very confused. Jesus Christ was not rich. In fact, I think he was lower middle class. Poor, sort of. I mean, he was a carpenter. He had a career. But he wasn't rich. And he didn't strive for money, last I checked. He was a humble person, modest, honest, noble, moral. We forget these things, don't we? When we're chasing the bag, we forget how to be modest, right? Know your power. This is what's going to help. If you know you're different, know that you're different and move like you're different. I promise you, the playing field will change. Things will start moving in a better place. You'll find it easier to navigate. But this will only happen when you place your foot down on solid foundation. You have to know. You can't keep doubting yourself. Don't. The more you doubt yourself, the longer you'll take to get there. You're prolonging your own progress, I promise you. Stop doubting yourself. If you're like me and you're constantly faced with tribulations, problems to solve, and enemies to avoid, you are special. It's not you, it's them. Okay? Energy recognizes energy. I strongly believe that there are only angels and demons here. Knowing which is very important when you navigate in this realm. Know who's for you and know who's against you. And I promise you, you will not save everyone. You might not even save 10 people. If you continue to waste your time with small things and reactions that'll slow you down, you're never going to get to where you need to be. Here's my example. Today, I wasted time on a person who couldn't think outside the box. This happens often. And see, I know my purpose, but that doesn't stop me from delaying it or procrastinating because I'm human. I want friends. I want to be normal. But guess what? That's not what's supposed to be. And so every time that I try to do something that's against what I'm meant for, I get punished. I tried to save one when I should be here saving the masses. But how can I be here if I'm too busy dealing with one that will refuse anyway to think outside the box? Know your power, know your place, and do the work. Stop wasting your time. Stop wasting your time. If you're a star, you belong far away. That's what stars are. That's why they're called stars. They cannot be reached. They can only be admired. And if that is you, face it already. You cannot be down here. You have to position yourself. And I'll end it with that. I'm just happy that I was able to get this out because I was hella distracted. And you know what? I said, I'm not going to go to sleep. I'm going to get the word out because I'm tired of procrastinating. I'm really tired of succumbing to the blows and the attacks of the adversary. And so I felt it was my duty to get this message out. So I leave you with that message, with all the love I have left. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. And until next time, ciao.